Okay, guys, start shaking out your hands. We're gonna start seated. Flick your fingers out. You can roll your wrists out because we are going to do a lot of weight bearing on our hands today. It's gonna be some full body exercises. The flow is going to be a little bit quicker paced. So if you're not loving those words today, just ditch this for another time. There's also some videos on here on the monthly membership that offer a little more support for your wrist and also to strengthen your wrist to do those bigger plank moves. We're gonna be doing a lot of side plank, a lot of side things. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more of a challenging day, at least in some respects. Okay, so your hands are going to go behind your back, soft bend in your elbows, and your feet are going to step about a wee bit wider than your hips. And then you're gently going to just shake your legs out from side to side, keeping your knees bent, and I like to call this windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So this just warms up your hips. So we can do some fun plank things in a moment. I'm like, what else are we doing today? I played soccer my whole life, and so I had coaches that would tell us, the whole outline of the practice, like what we're doing, and I like that because then you can mentally prepare for where we're going. What kind of energy do I need to savor? Okay, so you're going to keep your feet down. You're going to come up to seated as tall as you can. Place your hands gently on your shins to do that. And then you're going to let your hands go and you're going to reach them up for the sky, plug your shoulders down, and you're going to gently turn your palms facing down and then gently turn your palms facing up. You're moving from your wrists, so we're warming up the wrist. You're holding your hips like this, and it's hard, so your hips are getting awake and alive. And so who knew that sitting up tall was challenging and would get you nice and warm up. The crown of your head is reaching for the sky, and you're going to do that for the last 3 of those. Spread your fingers long, palms as wide as you can, to keep your arms lifted. Last one, and then come to hands and knees. And you're going to spread your fingers onto the mat as long and wide as you can. Spread your palms out as long and wide as you can, and then gently grip your mat or the ground with your fingertips and then pull the mat apart with your hands. You're not actually going to be moving your hands, but just that sensation of pushing outward with your hands turns on these outer muscles of your arm and also widens your collarbone area and turns on your pecs a little bit more. Tuck your toes under, and with your exhale, you're going to hover your knees and then inhale, lower them right back down. Your spine's neutral. Lift your belly as you lift your knees and then lower back down. It's an exhale to lift, inhale to lower, exhale to lift, inhale to lower, and you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to lift your knees, hold, and you're going to alternate extending one leg out at a time, sneaking one leg out at a time. Inhale to extend, exhale to bend. Keep your knees low to the ground, like a little bear crawl. You're here for 4. Last one to each side. And then place your knees down, shake your hands out another round. Oh, okay. You're going to lift up into a downward dog, send your hips back, weight into your heels. Keep your legs where they're at, your feet where they're at, your hands where they're at, and with your inhale, you're going to lower into a plank. Shift your hips back in space, heels back in space, and then exhale, pike your hips to the sky. So inhale, find your plank. Exhale, pike your hips. Inhale, plank. Exhale to pike. We have 5. Go slow with your breath. Pause at the top. Pause at the plank. Keep moving and grooving. Last 2. Exhale, lift your belly. Hold once you get back to plank. And then at plank, you're going to alternate bending one knee beneath you. You might play around with going a little quicker if you need a little cardio burst, a little respiratory challenge. You're here for 10. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Hike your hips up. Place your heels down as low as they go. And then you're going to roll your way. So lift your heels, tuck your belly, roll your spine like a wave until your shoulders are over your wrist. And then place your knees down and your shoulders should be right over your wrist. And then you can pop up your feet if you like that. You're going to bend your elbows halfway towards the ground. Press back up. You can do a full push-up if you'd like with your legs extended. I just hate them, but you can do it. Oh, you're here for 5. And yes, we're working our arms, but also our core. So your core should be helping through all of this. 2, last 1. And then you're gonna come to a supported side plank and hold. And if you need to shake that bottom wrist out a little bit, hold here, plant into those fingertips, take it out of your delicate wrist bones. Prop your leg up to hip height, hold here. Keep your leg where it's at, squeeze your glute, lift out of your bottom half, like your top hip and your top hand are reaching for the sky like they're gonna grab onto it. And then you're gonna thread the needle. Do a little twist in your upper body and then inhale to lift. Exhale, you're going to rotate. Inhale to lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lift. And you have 3 of those. Last one. And then you're going to come up, spreading your collarbones wide. Hold here. You're going to kick your leg forward. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze your glute and draw your leg back. Are you still pressing out of that bottom hand? Lifting out of your bottom hip. Everything's gonna shake. If you need to come off of that hand for a split second, or you could do this on your elbow. You actually work your core a little bit more there. It's kind of a teeny bit awkward too. Okay, so we're gonna add those together. As you kick your leg forward, you're gonna thread the needle. And then nice deep inhale, expand, lift, stack your shoulders. Keep your leg lifted at hip height, flex your foot, kick forward as you thread the needle. And inhale to rebuild nice and wide. Exhale and inhale. So I switched that breath on you so you can get into that twist. Exhale and inhale to lift. Last 2. And last 1. Keep that leg lifted. And come up off of that side. Do a side bend to the other side. Shake that hand out. That's what that hand is done for now. Oh. You're going to come to both knees. I'm just going to pivot so you can see what I'm doing. Your toes are tucked under, and you're going to send your bottom back like into a squat. And then you're going to squeeze your glutes and squeeze your triceps back behind. So sit your bottom back, tap your heels into a squat. Nice deep exhale, squeeze your triceps and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your core too. You have 4 of those. 3, just giving your hands a little break really. 2, and last one. Come up tall and we're going to the other side. Planting down through your opposite hand, push out of the ground. Lift out of that bottom hip. Grab onto the ceiling with your top hand, and then that top leg is going to lift and hold. Flex your foot to stabilize. And your upper half is going to do a little twist. Nice deep exhale. Inhale, stack your chest, spread your collarbones wide. Exhale to thread the needle. Inhale to lift. And exhale to twist. Inhale, rebuild. Last 3 of those. And 2. And last one. And then come up, do that kick forward, flex your foot, kick forward. Exhale, squeeze your glute and draw your leg back. Inhale, kick forward. Exhale, squeeze your glute and draw your leg back. And we got last 4 of those, and then we have that little combo. And always one side's a little trickier, this side's way stickier for me. Last one. And then we're adding that kick forward, rotate. Inhale, lift, squeeze your glute. Kick your leg forward, rotate. Nice deep inhale to lift. Exhale, kick forward, rotate. We've got 4, almost there. 3, 2, and last one. Oh, come up, side bend to the other side. Come back to your knees. Shake out your hands, flick your fingers out. We do have one more little wrist. So the first side that you started on, let's go back to that side. What this looks like now is your top leg is going to cross over your ankle. You're like, I don't know, sitting by the pool, pretty pose. Or it reminds me, I was born in 1990, and in 5th grade, we took pictures like this, and it said 2000 and whatever in the back. I think it was 2000. So yeah, that's where we're starting. This is our little chilling by the pool pose, I'm calling it. So this bottom hand is going to work very hard again. Spread your fingers long. Widen through your palms, grip with your fingertips. Your top arm can set on your knee. And then with your exhale, you're going to push your body up, squeeze your thighs, and lift into a side plank. You're gonna do a little side bend with that. So what that looks like is you're pushing out of your feet, squeeze your thighs, and you're gonna go into a side bend plank. And then inhale, bend your knees, and you're gonna place your bottom back down where you picked it up from, back into your little pool pose. Exhale, squeeze, lift, side bend. Nice deep inhale, bend your knees and lower back down. Shake that hand out. Nice deep exhale, lift. And inhale back to center. Nice deep exhale, lift. And come back to center, nice and slow. We're doing that for 3. Because we have even more challenging one coming up. It's a fun one though. 2. The last one, press up, squeeze your inner thighs, and then release and lower back down. Okay, what this next one is going to look like is doing that same lift, but now you're going to pivot into what's called thread the needle. So with your exhale, you're going to lift and you're going to pivot your whole body to be towards the floor. Your top arm is going to reach for your opposite foot, ankle area. And then you're going to bring your arm back up and come back into that side plank and then bend your knees and lower back down. So that's the gist of it. So you're reaching this top arm for your opposite ankle to get into that thread the needle. We're going to do that for 5 more. Exhale, you're going to squeeze your thighs, lift, pike, pivot on your feet. Inhale to rebuild and come back down. So nice deep exhale, squeeze your inner thighs, engage your core, pivot, pike, and then slowly unwind and come back down. You have the last 3 of those. And 2. And last one. Pike, pivot, and then open back up, stack your shoulders, and come back down. Shake that top hand out, do a little side bend to your other side. And then you're gonna flip your feet around. So just shuffle your feet to the other side. So that top foot is going to stack in front of your ankle. Your hand's a little bit away from your shoulder. coming into that sitting by the pool pose. So that first when we press up, we're going into a side bend plank. And so with your nice deep exhale, you're gonna squeeze your thighs, press up, and nice deep inhale, come right back down where you picked your bottom up from. Exhale, squeeze your thighs, stack your shoulders, do that little side bend, growing a little bit longer in your top half, and then slowly come back down. This bottom hand is doing a lot of work. Bottom shoulder is doing a lot of stabilizing. We have 3 and 2. Use your legs, push the floor away with your feet. Last one. And then lower down. Shake that bottom hand out for a second. Little side bend. And then add that thread the needle. So you're gonna squeeze your thighs, pike, pivot, and reach for that opposite ankle. Pivot back to your side plank, and then bend your knees and lower down to that sitting by the pool pose. So exhale, you're going to press out of your feet, squeeze your thighs, pivot so you're in like a down dog, and then you're going to come back down to center. You have last 4 of those. Actively reach for that opposite ankle when you get into that thread the needle. Reach for that opposite ankle. And then come back down. Last 2. And last one. And then come back. Shake that top hand out. And you are going to come down to lying on your belly side. So when you arrive there, your hands are going to rest stacked, and your forehead is going to rest on your hands. You can point or flex your feet. And then keeping your upper body down, your lower half, you're going to alternate lifting opposite legs, or lifting your leg, switching sides. Your glute and hamstring is doing the lifting. You have a soft tuck of your tail. This is called hip extension. And you're using your glute and hamstring. I'm just popped up so you can hear me, but you can totally rest your head. And you're here for 4. And this should feel long in your low back, not like you're crunching or hurting in your low back at all. If this does bother your low back, you can rest your legs for a second. Just sit here with your legs down and squeeze your glutes and release. It's usually your glutes that aren't firing exactly when you need to do that. Okay, so your legs are going to stay down. You're going to step your hands out as wide as your mat, elbows pointing down towards your feet. You're going to press into your fingertips. A nice deep inhale, lift your chest from the base of your rib cage, your sternum. And then nice deep exhale to lower. So think inhale to lift, roll your shoulders down. And nice deep exhale to lower. You're going to inhale, lift, and hold. Hover your palms off of the ground. Keep your fingertips down and push into your fingertips. Your chest area fires on. And then you're going to alternate lifting one leg at a time. Squeeze your glute. Squeeze your glutes together. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. And you're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest your head down, rest your glutes, rest your arms. Shake your legs out. You can bend your knees. And again, your low back should not be bothered in back extension. So you can lower your chest down a little bit lower. Really try to focus on tucking your tail if it's going into your low back, so your pubic bone kind of scoops towards the ground. And keep your legs down because we're going to add on. But if your back is feeling good, happy, stable, then continue. You're going to press down into your hands wide, squeeze your glutes, tuck your tail. You're going to lift your chest and hold here, and then hover your hands. Hold here, and now start to lift one leg at a time. So just making this a little more challenging. Now the back side of your body is firing on. Your hands are lifted, spread your palms out wide, lengthen your fingers because they just did a lot of work and this is stretching them out. You're here for 4. Last one to each side. Rest your feet, rest your head. And nice deep inhale, you're going to lift your chest, hold. Pop your hands up, hold, keep your chin tucked so the occipital bone back there, the back of your head is reaching for the sky. Squeeze your glutes, lift both legs up if that feels okay in your low back. Always keep them down if that feels pinchy or painful. And then you're gonna dive into the pool, extend your arms overhead. Nice deep exhale, bend your elbows out wide. You're kind of balancing on your pubic bone. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale to bend. You have last 4 and 3, 2, and 1. And then place your hands down, rest your head, and melt your body to the ground. If you want to stack your hands, it can feel good to bend your knees and gently shake your legs out from side to side. Take your time to come back into a child's pose. Resting your head towards the ground, or if you need to prop your hands up. I like my knees being a little bit more open. So even though you're in this folded over position, take the deepest breaths you've taken all day, filling up the backside of your body with a smooth inhale. Nice deep exhale, release. Inhale in through your nose slowly. Nice deep exhale, relax. Take 2 more cycles of your breath here. And then take your time here if you need to lay here longer, if you need any other little stretches in your body, or if you need to watch another video to get a little bit more pep in your step. Do whatever you need and listen to that. Thank you all for tuning in today, and I'll see you soon.